so. But you'll notice a lot of folks kind of getting that holiday weekend started just a little earlier. Yes, we have some light waves there out at the beach, but nothing that should be not manageable, essentially, as we go through the rest of this afternoon. It is still a deep blue sky that we are enjoying, though you will likely notice a little bit more of this haze developing off in the distance, and that's essentially as we start to build in this humidity, and that's going to be a main feature for us over the next several days. So enjoy the sunshine. Definitely make some plans to get out and enjoy the very seasonable weather we'll have today, even for tomorrow, though we'll feel a lot stickier outside as that humidity continues to build. But be mindful of the heat that starts to work back in both Saturday as well as Sunday, because it will be very toasty across our area. High pressure, which has been in control for a good majority of the last 24 hours, slowly starting to sink down towards the southeast, and you'll see this cold front up to our north. It may spark a couple extra showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm as we go through the later part of today, but we still have a lot of dry time in the forecast, and that's good news for us. The temperature you see there on the left, that's your air temperature, so most of us are sitting upper 70s, about lower 80s. The temperature there in red on the right, that's the heat index, or that feels like temperature, and for the most part, very close to what our actual air temperature is, which is just a sign that things are still feeling pretty comfortable, and likely will, especially if you're going to be spending some of that time outside through the course of this afternoon. We'll walk you through what you can expect for the entire holiday weekend forecast. Perfect. We have some warmer temperatures that are rolling back in. Certainly you can see some of the sun rays here in the studio. That is what's going to be the predominant feature here over the next couple of days, and certainly as we go through the rest of the day today as well. Temperatures on a very seasonable track for us as we continue on into the early part of the afternoon. We're wrapping up the morning with temperatures upper 70s to about lower 80s, and because that muggy meter is just a little bit lower today compared to where it will be as we head into the holiday weekend, it actually feels closer to how that air temperature registers as. So sure, we may get a couple clouds in here once we get into the afternoon. We're watching just for a couple stray showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm out to our west. But for the most part, this should be a pretty quiet day for us as temperatures later this afternoon, warm, essentially about low to mid 80s all across northeast Ohio. And again, if you have outdoor plans, it looks like a pretty good day for us, especially if you're trying to get outside and enjoy some of this beautiful weather. Tonight, this is a treat in and of itself. You'll notice temperatures upper 50s to low 60s for a lot of us, except for our far western counties, a little bit warmer there, and that's because of that increasing humidity that you will notice as we continue on through the day tomorrow. So if you're headed to the Guardians game, I've got the forecast hidden under one of these hats. Did you follow it? This is what we're going to be tracking, especially as we get a little bit closer to tomorrow evening. First pitch against the Tigers at 7:10, very seasonable temperatures, but again, will feel a little bit more sticky as we wait for that fireworks show to begin once the game wraps up. So the big question then, really for us, how is the rest of your fireworks forecast looking all across northeast Ohio? We're going to dive into all that new data coming up here in just a few minutes.